Welcome to APKGBV's online classes. This is CH Ramadevi, CRTPS, KGB Amdarvalsa, Srikakulam district.
Chapter 1 Integers, Class 7th Maths.
Learning outcomes for students. Students' background with integers, multiple representations, and also ideas for supporting conceptual understanding.
Now let us discuss the chapter Integers. What are the numbers which we used to count the objects? So naturally we used 1, 2, 3, 4 plus and so on. So these are the numbers used to count the things. These numbers are called natural numbers. It is denoted by capital N. So the numbers starts from n is equal to the set of 1, 2, 3, 4 plus and so on infinitive. So what is the smallest natural number? It is 1. 1 is the smallest natural number. There is no largest natural number. Why? Because the set of natural numbers starts from 1 to infinitive. What is the difference between each two consecutive natural numbers? That is 1. The difference between 1 and 2 is 1, and also we can take 2 and 3. Difference between 1 and also 3 and 4 is difference between 1. So this consecutive natural numbers difference between is 1.
If you will include 0 is the set of natural numbers, then we get another collection of numbers that is called whole numbers. It is denoted by W. It starts from W is equal to the set of 0, 1, 2, 3 plus and so on infinitive. There is no greatest whole number and 0 is a smallest whole number. If we included the negative numbers for whole number, then we get another collection of numbers integers. The set of integers denoted by Z. Z is equal to the set of plus and so on -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus and so on. There is no smallest integer and there is no greatest integer. 0 is the integer, neither positive or negative. Represent the integer on the number line. We can take line, so middle we take 0 and right side of 0 we take positive integers with equal intervals. So we can take 1, 2, 3 plus and so on infinitive. This arrow mark represents that number line can be extended indefinitely. So in this sense we can write positive numbers right side to 0. Even left side of 0 we can write negative numbers, that is equal to 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on infinitive. So this arrow mark represents that number line can be extended indefinitely. Even we can write the negative numbers left side of the 0. So 0 is a integer, neither positive nor negative. We cannot find any smallest integer and also we cannot find any greatest integer. So there is no smallest integer and largest integer. Now we are already familiar with integers in previous class, but in this class we will also learn the operations of integers, and we have discussed what are the natural numbers and what are the whole numbers and also integers, and represents the integer on the number line. Now we discuss operations of integers. Operations means the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We can use these operations. We must and should follow some ground rules. First, we will take addition of integers. First rule is when addends have the same sign, we can do add. Use that sign when you will write the sum. Plus 5 plus 8 is equal to plus 13. And also we can take minus 20 plus of minus 30 is equal to minus 50. And second rule is when addends have different signs, we can do subtract. We use the sign of the greater number and addend. Second, subtraction of integers. To subtract an integer, add its opposite. Now we can take the opposites of 12 is minus 12. Plus 4 minus 12 is equal to 4 plus of minus 12, that is equal to minus 8. And also we can take 9 minus of minus 12 is equal to 9 plus 12, that is equal to 21. We can use sign of greater number. And also we can take another example. The opposite of minus 15 is 15. So 1 minus of minus 15 is equal to 1 plus 15, that is equal to 16. Minus 20 minus of minus 15 is equal to minus 20 plus 15, that is equal to minus 5. And third operation is multiplication. Now rule 1. Now when the factors have the same sign, the product is positive. Now we can take one example for this case. 5 into 6 is equal to 30. Minus 30 in 13 into minus 3 is equal to 39. In these two examples, we can take same signs and get is positive. Rule 2. When the factors have different signs, the product is negative. Now we can take one example for this case. Minus 6 into 8 is equal to minus 48. 9 into minus 11 is equal to minus 99. In these two examples, we can take different signs and get product is negative. Division of integers. Rule 1. When the dividend and the divisor have the same sign, the quotient is positive. Now we can take one example for this rule. 45 divided by 9 is equal to 5. Minus 20 divided by minus 6 is equal to 20. In these two examples, we can take same signs and get quotient is positive. And another rule is when the divided and the divisor have different signs, the quotient is negative. Now we can take one example. 35 divided by minus 5 is equal to minus 7. And also we can take another example. Minus 250 divided by 10 is equal to minus 25. In these two examples, we can take different signs and we get quotient is negative. Now we can make a project mainly this topic, operations of integers. This is a integer board. What is the use of this project? How to make? Let me explain now. So this is a integer board, especially the problems which analyze to integers. So additions, subtractions based on integers. Child is facing many problems. Now we can make this project. So I can show the model of this and how to use. Just I use the cardboard for this side, nothing is different. And this label are used, integer board. We need to sheet for integer list here from 0 to 9 right side of 0. That means positive numbers. And also we can take left side of 0 negative numbers. I used to connections with thread and pins, and middle is kept a arrow symbol. It shows indications. Now in this board how to use, let us see. For example, we need to numbers count. So we can take 2 plus 3 is equal to how much number will come. Generally the addition numbers both are positive, very simple. Now we can follow must and should some rules. First of all, we can take plus 2 number on the right side of 0. This is a plus 2 number. We should follow 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Finally, it will be stop the number 5. The result is 5. And also we can take minus 2 plus 3 is equal to how much number will come. First of all, we can take left side of 0. That means minus numbers. This is a minus 2. And also we follow 3 steps. Minus 1, 0, 1. The result is plus 1. So students, I will give some more task you can do in this project. One is minus 2, minus 3, and 2 is plus 2, minus 3, and third one is 5 minus 8, and fourth one is 10 minus 2. Okay, thank you.
Adding integers, we can take plus plus will get plus number, and minus minus we will get minus number, and also we can take plus minus is equal to plus number, and also plus minus is equal to minus number. Observe this picture adding positive and negative integers. Now we can take integer sign or plus and plus. Operation is add. Now answer is plus. Example, we can take 2 plus 5 is equal to 7, get positive number. And also we can take minus and minus. Operation is add. Answer sign is minus. Now example, minus 2 minus 5 is equal to minus 7, get negative number. And also we can take integer sign is plus and minus. Operation is subtract. Answer sign is larger integer sign. Now example, 2 minus 5 is equal to minus 3, get negative number. And also we can take integer signs are minus and plus. Operation is subtract. Answer sign is largest integer sign. Now we can take example, minus 2 plus 5 is equal to plus 3, get positive number. All of you students do this homework.
Now we also discuss about the properties of integers. Now we can take properties of integers under addition. Closure property. First one is closure property. Let's see some example for addition of integers. 5 plus 2 is 7, where 5, 2, 7 are integers. And also we can take minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1 because in addition. If the sign is different means we needed to subtract and put the bigger number sign. Next example is 7 plus minus 9 is 2. Here 7 minus 9 2 are integers. From the above example we can say that if we add any two integers we get sum also integer only. That is the closure property. That means for any two integers a and b.
Next one is
a plus b is also an
Let's
integer.
see some example. 5 plus of minus 6 is equal to minus 1.
Now let's change the order of numbers. That means minus 6 plus 5 is equal to minus 1. In both cases we are get the sum same. Let us see one more example. 4 plus minus 2 is 2. Now let's change the order of numbers. Minus 2 plus 4 is equal to 2. In both cases we are get the sum same. From the above example, let us see next one is associative property. For let's consider addition of three integers. Minus 2 plus 3 plus 5. That means minus 2 and 3 added with plus 5. So we get the sum is 6. Now let's change the order of addition. 2 is added with sum of 3 and 5. In this case also we are getting the same sum. So if we change the order also we are getting the same sum. So from this we can say that for any three integers the sum is same, though the order is changed. For any three integers a, b and c. Now a plus b added with c is equal to a added with b plus c. That means a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. That is the associative property. Next one is additive identity. Let's see some example. Minus 2 plus 0 is equal to minus 2 and 0 plus of minus 8 is equal to minus 8. And also minus 5 is added with 0 is minus 5. If we added 0 with any integer, we get same integer. So we can say that 0 is the additive identity for integer. For any integer a added with 0, that means a plus 0 is 0. 0 plus a is a. 0 is called the additive identity of integers. Next one is additive inverse. That we can take an example for this. 4 plus minus of 4 is equal to 0. 2 plus minus 2 is equal to 0. 9 plus minus 9 is equal to 0. If we added a positive and negative integers are same digit, we get the sum as 0. So in each pair one integer is called the additive inverse of other integer. That means from the above examples, the additive inverse of 4 is minus 4 and additive inverse of minus 4 is 4. In general, for any integer a, that is also a plus of minus a is equal to 0. So both the integers are called additive inverse of each other. And now take another example. Additive inverse of 7 is minus 7. Additive inverse of minus 9 is minus 9. I hope you are all understood the properties of integers under addition. And next one is property of subtraction of integers. When you will subtract an integer, what will happen? Okay, let's see the first one. That is closure property for subtraction. Closure property says that if you will subtract two integers, the result our answer will also be a integer. Let's see the example. I have taken 5 and I have taken minus 7. Okay. And what we are going to do? We are subtracting them. 5 minus of minus 7 is equal to 12. See, the answer is plus 12. Minus of minus will become, and this bracket will open. Now 5 plus 7 will become 7. 5 is an integer and 7 is an integer. Then the result is also an integer. And the result 12 is also be an integer. So if you will subtract two integers, the result will again be an integer. It will be not a decimal, and also it will be not a fractional value. Anything else? No. It was always be an integer. Now see, the next one is commutative property. So it is not satisfied under subtraction. As you can see, if you will take P and Q and subtractive, or if you will take reverse the order Q minus P and will not same. See the example. I have taken 4 and 6. One number is 4 and another number is 6. And 4 minus 6 is minus 2. And 6 minus 4 is you know it's 2. Minus 2 and 2 is different. So it is not satisfying the commutative property. So minus 2 is not equal to 2. Okay. Thank you, students. All of you understand this video.